What's up, Noelz Nation? I'm back. And I know that I said that I wasn't going to dwell on the situation with that man and what was going on. But now I'm to the point to where I have to. So, when you start to tell the truth about certain things, it begins to stir stuff up. And I think that's exactly what I did. I stirred the pot and ruffled some feathers. And now people are feeling some type of way. I knew once I started opening my mouth about certain things that things would kind of get ugly. And I don't care. Because when I say that I'm taking the time to genuinely heal myself from all of the things that has hurt me or has been hurting me for these past couple of years, I meant just that. I don't care who don't like it, who feels some type of way. But for someone to call and say that I'm bashing that man and they don't even know the half, I think you might want to shut up. See, this here is my story, my truth. I didn't say anything about the things that I could revisit from childhood. I'm talking about now, being a grown adult. There are some things from childhood that I need to heal from, but I'm going to do that privately because I don't want to make nobody look bad. Not to that magnitude. But y'all can go back and tell him whatever you want to tell him because it's not going to shut me up. This is my healing journey, not yours. And if you don't like it, click off. And there's nothing that I'm going to say on this channel that I can't say to anybody myself. So now that we got that out the way, let me go ahead and catch y'all up. A couple weeks ago, I had spoken to him about the whole car situation, and he was dragging his feet, acting like he didn't want to help me. So I got upset, like I told y'all in the last video, and I sent him this text message. And we hadn't talked for a couple of days, and then I ended up speaking to him. He's just like, oh, I'm going to go down to the car dealership. I'm going to go. So finally, he's like, I should be down there like Wednesday. Okay, so he gets down there on Wednesday and goes sit in the dealership and speak to my peoples. He take them a portion of the money. I have my people come to him and bring him the money. And then my friend reached out to me and was like, hey, the car needs insurance on it. So I go looking for insurance. I get insurance, make the, initial payment for the insurance, start the insurance on the car. I don't have an actual job. So any money that I make either comes from child support or from TikTok. I took my last little bit of money and I put the insurance on the car, and then I got money from family and friends and I gave it to him to give to the dealership towards the down payment for the car. We in a phone call today, and my dad is the type of person that he wants to constantly rub your mistakes in your face. He's never the type of person that's gonna help you move forward from your mistakes. He wants you to constantly relive those mistakes over and over again, constantly shaking his finger, telling you what you did wrong. I call my dad and I basically tell him that it's kind of a rush start, but I got an assignment, a traveling assignment that, I want to take. They making pretty decent money. I want to take the job. It's in Florida. But the only thing that was holding me up was the whole process with the car, because I am still a mother first. And I'm never going to just be the person to drop my kids off and, not make sure they're good before I leave, or just leave my kids anywhere, on anybody else as if they're anybody else's responsibility. So I'm like, okay, I got to take my kids to a location because I don't know how long this job assignment is going to be. And I need to make sure they're good while I'm out here stacking the money so that I could, get to where I need to be. He goes, call your sister and ask your sister to come and get your kids. Now, my dad is the type of person that wants to continuously put your responsibilities off on other people. He want to make your problems everybody else's responsibilities on how they should be solved. But the problem that you have in the end, the solution, it doesn't include him. So he'll say, what your mama doing? What your sister doing? What your cousin's doing? He's going to include everybody else but himself so that it leaves him hands free and he doesn't have to accept any responsibility in it. But let's be honest, he dropped the ball in telling me that he was going to pay my insurance and didn't pay it. Ultimately, my truck ended up getting taken because of it, and he wouldn't take accountability for that. So I called my sister. We were on the phone. They making jokes or whatever about, how they going to get to the kids or whatever. So we put them on the phone. Y'all, this man ultimately told me today out his mouth that he did not have plans on giving me the car. So you took my money for the down payment, and you had me spend over $200 on car insurance to insure the car for you, to take the car from me. This is not a stepdaddy. This is not a play daddy. This is not somebody that came in my life and acting as my daddy. I am his namesake. The name that he goes by, that's my name. Then he says that somebody said that I got on social media and said that my daddy was getting me a car. In that last video, there was nothing being said about my daddy getting me a car. I said that I went to him and asked him to help me with the car, but he gave me the runaround. I didn't confirm neither, nor did I deny that he was getting me the car, but that's not even the point. I'm your child. I am one of 8 of his children. Why would your girlfriend be calling to ask you, why are you helping me? And what does that say about her as a woman? But I ain't gonna go there. Since I'm ruffling feathers and people are saying that I'm bashing him, let's open up those cans of worms of things that are really hurting me that I need to heal from. Do you know what it feels like to have your parent dislike you, mistreat you, never acknowledge any of your accomplishments because of your sexuality? Because of my sexuality. That shit hurt. And I'm smiling about it because right before I decided to do this episode, I cried. And a couple days ago, I cried. Because it's like, no matter what good I do, it's not enough. It don't count for nothing. At first, I thought it was because I couldn't do right. But once I started doing right and I started getting the types of responses and reactions from him that I was getting, I'm like, that can't be it. And while this was something that's been bothering me, I had an amazing stepdaddy. You hear me? An amazing stepdaddy. He never made me feel like that man was my dad and that I was missing anything. He didn't treat us no different. So all of those years went past and I didn't really have to get on him because that void was filled for the time being. Once my stepdaddy passed away, I started back talking to my dad. He didn't even have enough balls to come back in the picture and fight for us. He let my stepdaddy step in and take over. And I appreciate that. But then he comes back around doing the same thing he did to us when we was younger. And you worried about what these people in this little town gotta say? They don't even know the half. And if I say anything on this YouTube channel within this episode, it's not nothing that I haven't said previously into his face. Because one thing about me, I'm going to speak on it. Now, I was upset. I wanted to turn to violence. Because how can you let all this time go past? My dad has been with this lady since I've been in high school. And all these years, it's always been him taking their side. I went to jail. He took their side. 2 weeks after I gave birth to my son, I went to jail. He took their side. How can you have somebody who has a problem with you helping your kids, but it's no problem with you helping hers? That part right there, it's been so many years in between, you know, when it first started up until now, it didn't really bother me as much. I think the part that hurts the most is me knowing, because I like women, you treat me the way that you treat me. Yeah, that's fucked up. We in a whole FaceTime call, me and like three of his other kids, all of us his kids. And everybody just speaking on the situation, telling him how they feel, and it's going in one ear and out the other. My daddy is in his 60s. It's going in one ear and out the other. And he has absolutely nobody in his ear with good enough sense to tell him that he's wrong. But it hurts. But I'm also grown. I don't want it to continue to harden my heart or blur my vision on how I see, handle, and deal with people. I text her, and of course, nobody never takes accountability for their actions. Everybody's pushing it off on the next person. I just have to get it off my chest, forgive myself, work towards forgiving him, and moving forward. And that's what I plan to do. Y'all come back and vibe with me while we go through this journey of healing. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and click the notifications so that y'all don't miss an episode.